I remember the sound of my mother's voice the night I told them about his affair. Cold, dismissive. Maybe you misunderstood him. As if I hadn't watched the video myself. As if I hadn't seen my husband, my business partner, in bed with my assistant. I thought my family would stand with me. Instead, they stood with him. The man I built everything with. The company, the brand, the life. They called me emotional, said I was ruining a good man's name. That was the night I stopped crying and started planning. He used to bring me coffee every morning when we were building our business. We were broke, sleep-deprived, and madly in love. Or so I thought. He said I was his lucky charm, the reason clients trusted us. He handled people, I handled performance. Together, we were unstoppable. Then success came, fast, loud, intoxicating. And slowly, I became invisible in my own creation. My parents adored him. My brother said he was the son they never had. Funny how loyalty evaporates when money blinds the eyes. It started with numbers not adding up. A supplier invoice here, a double payment there. Then the late-night calls he claimed were clients. The perfume that wasn't mine. One night I stayed late at the office. He didn't know. From my office window I saw them, him and her, laughing in the parking lot, hands where they didn't belong. That laughter was louder than any confession. I didn't confront him. I simply watched, listened, collected. The camera in my office wasn't for security anymore. It was for proof. Grief became focus. Pain turned into precision. If he wanted to destroy me, he'd have to stand in the ruins I chose. I moved quietly, transferred shares, rewrote contracts, registered new trademarks, in my name only. No one noticed, not even him. When the betrayal was complete, I smiled and played along. To my family, I was healing. To him, I was forgiving. But really, I was erasing him from everything I built. When I filed for divorce, the company was already gone, sold, under a new holding name. Every cent of profit rerouted to accounts only I could touch. He didn't even read the documents his lawyer gave him, too busy celebrating my generosity. Then came the collapse. Clients left, investors panicked. The brand, his pride, burned overnight. And when he turned to my family for help, they discovered the truth. The company had never been his. It had always been mine. I could have stopped there, but betrayal is a debt, and I collect in full. So I sold everything, the business, the house, the luxury cars, cashed out, and disappeared for 6 months. When I returned, he was living in my parents' guest room, broke. My family, once smug and self-assured, were begging me to help him get back on his feet. They said I owed it to the family. I sat at the same dining table where they once called me dramatic. I looked each of them in the eye. No, I said softly, not angry, not loud, just final. Then I stood up, placed the sale documents on the table, proof that everything they worshipped had been mine, not his, and walked away. The silence that followed was the sweetest sound I'd ever heard. They lost their comfort. He lost his pride. And I found peace. They still call sometimes. Apologies, guilt, desperation, it all sounds the same now. I don't answer. I don't need to. They already know what I learned long before they did. That loyalty built on convenience crumbles faster than love built on lies. And as for him, I hope he's finally learned the cost of underestimating the woman who built his empire and burned it down just to watch him beg for warmth.